I love the fact that when we walk in, everyone knows our children, they feel comfortable, they automatically have a sense of community, they are engaged. We typically come to the circle on the round and there are activities for them to do, coloring, and they love to sing the songs. They're always just so happy to be here.
Our kids are inherently very curious, and they wanted to understand what the offering was about. And Miss Ginger, who's been a very important part of our kids' lives at the church, she was the first to say, well, why don't you come with me? Why don't you walk with me during the offering? And so every Sunday morning at, plus or minus 9 o'clock, they're ready to walk with Miss Ginger. And, there's the part of just smiling for us and watching our kids, for them understanding and grasping what giving means to them, but also what giving means to our family and how it impacts our church, but also impacts the community. When you talk about a campaign and you start talking about giving, unfortunately or fortunately, the first thought that goes into our minds is typically, well, how's this going to impact our family? And our discussions about this campaign, when we sit down at night, is just understanding how it impacted our girls. Dr. Howell made a pretty important point that really talked about, like, if you back up and you look at your childhood and you look at how the church impacted your childhood, whether you were here or living across the country, there was someone else that gave to that church or gave to that mission or that capital campaign. And most likely they gave to impact their family, but what you don't realize is the impact you make to everyone else. That person that gave during that campaign at that moment in time had no clue that it would impact Erin and Bryan White 30 years later. And so when you talk about our journey of giving specific to this campaign, it was really the evolution of thinking about ourselves and our family, and then the realization of how you're going to impact others for years to come. I think what's been important for us is how to incorporate the church more into our daily lives. And the example of, instead of having a coffee meeting at Starbucks, why not have it here?
I think that they were just really excited to know that it was also going to be a place that they could spend more time and hang out. And they, I remember it was like, oh, so we don't have to leave right afterwards. We can spend a little bit more time and enjoy the building.
So I think for us, it's how does this building and how does this project allow us to incorporate the church more into our daily lives and not just the weekend or not just Sunday.